Hey, how's everyone doing today? Hey, you're listening to the podcast by Mata. I'm your host, Joe Mata. Hey, guys, want to thank you guys for tuning in to the very first show of 2022. We've got a fabulous guest on today from the adult industry. Please welcome to the show, Jayden Lee. How you doing?
Hi, I'm doing good. How are you?
Oh, doing well, doing well. Hey, with everything with your illustrious career that you've had and everything, we'll discuss that a little bit about that a little later. Um, the first question I always have, and it's the most boringest question. You probably get this a million times, but I just love all the different answers that I get. How did you get into the adult industry?
So I got into the adult industry by modeling through Model Mayhem, and someone
Okay.
reached out to me and asked if I wanted to model, and eventually I caught on that it was for the adult industry. And at the time, I was dancing,
Hmm.
and then I just decided to go for it, and I came to LA. Well, actually, I shot in Florida. I did
Okay.
4 shoots, and then I came to LA, and I rented a, room from a makeup artist, and I stayed there for about 4 years, and I just traveled, did shoots. It was a lot of fun.
All right. All right. Now you kind of discussed that a little bit about your first scene on Twitter. You gave 3 months free for the first person who could answer that question on what was your first scene. And I remember that scene because every now and then on the Playboy channel, they had a segment on there called Money Talks.
Uh,
And it was the only time that they actually showed full everything what's going on. And I remember seeing your scene on there. So
yeah, that was my first one. I was nervous.
yeah, yeah, I bet, your first time doing that and everything. So um with your career going on and everything, what do you think, um where someone can become successful in the industry? What do they have to do?
You need to find, I guess, to be successful, just stay true to your fans. Your fans are number one, and I don't know, be yourself and save your money. Money comes and goes really fast,
Yeah,
and it'll pay off if you save it.
yeah, that's one of the things I've during the interviews I've done where all of a sudden, people in the industry, they've got nothing, and then all of a sudden they get these thousands and thousands of dollars and they don't know what to do with it.
Hmm.
And instead of saving it, they go out and buy, this or that and this, and then they look at their account and they're broke,
Yeah,
struggling to find another scene to get that, that revenue again.
exactly.
So yeah. Um, Speaking of the money talks and everything, where can they find that exclusive content that you've been talking about?
Mm, I think maybe Reality Kings, I think is the
Oh,
web.
oh no, no, oh, I meant I'm referring to your OnlyFans.
Oh,
Yeah.
you can find that on my OnlyFans is Jayden Lee XXX1 on OnlyFans. And
Okay.
I've been posting new content every day and a new video once a week,
Okay.
which is
Great.
exciting.
Yeah, definitely, guys. Definitely get in there and check that out. There's going to be a lot of fabulous content. And if you've seen any of Miss Lee's work, you're definitely going to want to tune into the OnlyFans and definitely get uh, your shot at only seeing this new content where you can only find it exclusively on her OnlyFans. So
Yes, and I'm offering half off the next week. So
great, great. Now, do you with your time in the industry, um, are there any like fantasies or on or off camera that you would like to do or
mm, I think for me, one of the fantasies would be to be tied up. That was
oh,
always fun when I would shoot for kink.
Yeah.
They would have different studios for different things, and it was always fun being tied up and all the different positions they would put you in.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed that, and I would like to try that more.
Okay. Now, kink, if I recall right, they're the ones that they kind of look like their studios, like in a dungeon type thing. Or
Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, exactly. Great. Now, what is okay? I want to bring this up because you've been in the industry a while. You're well established. What is your definition of a porn star?
My definition of a porn star would be, that's a good question. I guess someone who shoots in the adult industry, does movies. I don't know. That's all I would say.
Okay. Well, I just, I asked that because now the way the industry's set up, it's like you got one person that does a scene on their phone and they right away think no, you're not a porn star.
No, I think you have to
You
shoot
know?
in a studio with and do multiple scenes to be
Yeah,
able to consider yourself a porn star.
yeah, exactly. Put the time in like you have other porn star, Misty Stone, people like that who have put the time in. Those are the real porn stars, not shooting a scene on your dang iPhone or whatever the case may
Yeah,
be.
even if you shot OnlyFans and did that, I wouldn't consider you a porn star.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got to shoot for the companies that are going to put you out there and
Yeah, if
make
you
you.
see yourself on DVDs and magazines, then I would consider you a porn star.
Yeah, exactly. Now we're going to get into some questions from the fans. I put that out there if they had any questions. We got two. One person, he wanted to remain anonymous. The other one was all gung ho. So as soon as I say the name, you're probably going to know who it is. This question is from JD Henty or Hentai.
Mhm.
Okay. He wants to ask Jayden about her first anal experience. How and when was it?
My first anal experience was actually on camera. I think it was for, geez, I don't remember. I think it was for Mofo's Let's Try Anal. And that was my first anal scene. It was a little awkward, a little uncomfortable. I was very nervous. But after doing anal multiple times, then I started to enjoy it. But the first time, it wasn't that enjoyable.
Okay. Now, oh, I bet. When you've got a scene coming up like that, do all the people in the industry, do they have the same preparation, or do they do just different things, or what is your preparation for that?
Um, I believe it's the same preparation. It would be a lot of people, some people won't eat the night before, so many hours. And then you have to do an enema just to make sure you clean yourself out.
Right.
And you can either stretch yourself out with butt plugs just to make sure you're relaxed. And I would say that one mistake I did make, I think my last time shooting, maybe it was my last time shooting. But the whole time I've shot, I've drank coffee, all of that. It is a laxative, but I've never had issues. And then the director said you shouldn't drink coffee, and he jinxed me, and the scene wasn't good. So I would suggest not to
Yeah.
drink coffee before doing anal.
That reminds me of that. I don't know if you've seen the movie Zach and Mary Make a Porno. That reminds
Yeah.
me of that one scene where you frosted me like a freaking cake. Oh my goodness. Okay, now the next question. Person wanted to remain anonymous, but I seen a video about this um, on your Valentine's Day video where you're always saying on Valentine's Day you're single. The person wants to know if you're still single or not, or well, it's like if you don't want to answer it, that's totally understandable. I totally understand that. So
Actually, no, I'm not single. I've
yeah.
been with my partner for about, it's going to be 5 years in July.
Okay.
So kind of got out of the business. We started our life together, and now we have a baby.
Oh, okay. All right. Congratulations.
Thank
Congratulations.
you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Now, yeah, let's say we brought that up earlier. You offering a 50% on your OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
And that's, yeah, and that's onlyfans.com/Jayden Lee XXX1.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Now, in October 13, you had your chest augmented. When I've seen where fans, they have a negative reaction sometimes to that. Did you find that happening for you, or was it just normal? Just no, they
I
didn't
would
really.
say it was half. I know a lot of certain people didn't like it because I really had nice boobs to begin with, but
Yes,
I think everyone just wants you to be happy,
right,
and then they get used to it and they start to like it. But I'm gonna have to either redo mine. I know I'm actually considering taking them out.
oh,
I don't know.
okay,
I
yes,
still I'm gonna decide in a year or so
yeah,
because I am still breastfeeding. So
okay, yeah,
after
that,
I'm done, then I'm gonna decide whether I'm gonna get them redone or get them taken out. I guess my mindset behind it is I'm 29 now.
yes,
I don't. I think you have to get them redone every 10 years. So I don't want to have to be 50, 60 getting my boobs redone over and over and over.
right,
You know, it's
right,
high risk. I don't want to have to get operated on multiple times. So it's a lot of, I don't know, I have to think about what I want to do. And
right.
it's pricey.
Yeah, it's a big decision, and then, like you said, I'm not sure how much longer you want to stay in the industry, so that's a consideration what you've got to decide what you want to do. So, you know,
Yeah. And when I got
hopefully,
them, I think it was 10 years ago, it was 5 grand, and now it's easily like 10 grand plus for a boob job. So something to
yeah,
think
yeah,
about.
exactly. Now, this I'm going to set up a scenario where I'm like a multi-billionaire. I'm setting up a brand new company for the adult industry. I want Jayden Lee in it, and I have the magic to make it a scene, any concept she wants, and she can pick any porn star from the past that she would love to do a scene with. Who would you choose and why?
Hmm. So I think my ideal partner, let me think, it would be either Nacho Vidal or Manuel Ferrara,
Oh,
and maybe Asa Kira.
okay.
Um,
Wow, that'd be mind blowing.
that'd
All
be
of them all
crazy.
together.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it would be maybe like I don't know, anal scene. Um, maybe
okay.
pool anal scene. I don't know.
Okay.
So I think that would be
Script or no script? You can go at it. Okay.
good. Maybe
Okay.
no
Yeah,
script.
because you've okay. Now you've worked with Asa in the past. How was that working with with her?
It was a lot of fun. She's awesome to work with, really sweet, and she actually, I think, directs her own stuff. So I think she directed one of my scenes too, which was really fun.
Yeah.
But if I were to start
Okay.
shooting again, I'd
Yeah.
like to work with her again.
Okay. Great. Yeah, she herself, a couple years ago or last year, had a baby herself, or maybe it may have been longer. I don't know, but she's on what do you call that? Pornhub. She does
Uh
that
huh.
where they have the interviews and stuff like that. So, you know,
Ah, very cool.
um, yeah, yeah. Maybe get an interview with her on that. That'd be pretty cool.
Definitely. That would be cool. I'll
Yeah,
have to look into that.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, with in your past when you used to go, if you went to AVN or anything like that, do you have any weird interactions with guests? You know, at the show or maybe even in public. You know,
Mm,
I've heard some crazy stories about people when they interact with their fans in public.
not really. I don't think so. I think everyone was really chill and I don't know, just happy.
Okay.
Conventions were a lot of fun, and I think I took advantage to party and not take it as serious as I should have.
Okay. All right.
It was just fun. Everyone's there that you've shot with. Uh, Alcohol's involved.
Yeah. 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 Exactly. Now, because there was one story um, where a pizza was delivered to one of the stars, and the pizza driver recognized her. And since he delivered everything, he had her address, her phone number, and it just a long story short, it had to entail a restraining order,
Oh
basically.
my gosh,
Yeah.
that's
So
crazy.
yeah, that's
Yeah, I don't have any crazy stories like that.
you know. Now there's one thing I'll bring it up on air. Heck with it. About 5 years ago, I don't even, you probably won't even remember this, but you were doing an interview, and I can't remember who it was, but there was two guys on there, and it was kind of late at night. There was no call-ins, I guess, at the time. So I went ahead and called in. And the discussion was when at the time you were single, the discussion was how are you having difficulty dating a civilian? And they were asking the civilians what you thought. And I had brought up the fact that most civilians, they can't separate Jayden Lee, the film star, from Jayden Lee, the regular person who she is.
That's
And,
true.
you know, and as soon as I brought that up, I told them where I lived, because they asked where I lived. And you had mentioned where you lived. And it was like, well, Jayden, why don't you, and I'm just like thinking to myself, you guys don't do this shit to her right now. It's like you
I
guys got,
don't remember who it was with,
yeah,
but
but
I would say it's very intimidating if you meet someone in the adult industry who has a past of shooting and doing scenes with all these different people. And I would guess it would be intimidating because you feel like you maybe couldn't keep up or you're not enough and you couldn't satisfy that person. So I could see how it would be difficult to
right.
date someone in the adult industry.
Oh yeah, exactly. That person would have to be just have enough confidence in himself, regardless of the of the situation, and know that them feelings wise, and because it's a job for you or whoever the case may be, that it's just a job, and
It is.
they're coming home to you, and the intimate connection is with you or that person that they're with, and not be able to separate the two. And if they can do that, then they more got more chance to make it work, I think.
Yeah. And certain things you do on camera, you don't necessarily want to do at home.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, because I've seen some stuff, and it's yeah, okay. It's like, oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
there's some crazy stuff out there that I've done that I don't necessarily do at home.
Yeah, yeah, I know there's one scene, or I'm not even gonna just bring them up because it's just yeah, uh, yeah, anyway. But, what kind of, stuff are you doing on your OnlyFans to entice someone to check it out, to basically, subscribe to it, you know? Are you doing anything special on there that, say, someone else may not be doing?
So I'm working on my content right now because I took a break. So I'm doing a lot of stuff with my boyfriend, a lot of solo stuff, and hopefully some fetish stuff. It's
Okay,
just been a
great.
little hard to get my schedule going because I have my hands full with the baby. So usually
Oh
we
yeah,
shoot
definitely
at night.
understand. I've got 5 myself.
I have a 9-month-old, so it
Oh, okay.
gets a little
Yeah.
crazy.
No, I understand. Oh yeah, I bet. I bet. I bet.
Hmm.
Now, before we close this out, was there anything you'd like to say to your fans? And maybe drop a few links where they can follow you and follow your career and whatnot.
Yes, well, I just wanted to say thanks for sticking around. I know I took a long break and it's nice to be back. And I hope you will be there for me along this ride back into the business, shooting my own content, of course. Um, and
All
you
right.
can find me on Twitter. I think it's at Jayden Lee. Is it
Triple
one?
X, I believe.
At
I think it's
Jayden Lee
Jaden.
one.
Yeah.
And then on my OnlyFans, and that would be onlyfans.com/Jayden Lee one. Hold on.
Yeah.
Jeez, where's my phone?
Mm.
I'm sorry. I should know
No, no,
this off the top of my head.
no worry. Yeah, it is OnlyFans.
Jayden Lee one. So
Yeah, yeah, Jaden Lee.
OnlyFans. Mm-hmm.
Let me see here. Where is it?
Yep, right there.
There it is, guys. Right there. All right. Well, I want to welcome you back into the industry. I hope you stay for a while. Guys, check her out. If, like I said, if you've seen her stuff from the past, I'm sure you're going to be looking forward to all her new content. So make sure you support her and get that OnlyFans subscription right away. So, Jayden, I want to thank you for tuning in and being on as well. And I want to thank you again for being on. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. It was my pleasure.
Okay. All right, guys. Hey, I want to thank you guys for tuning in and listening, and we'll see you next time.
All right. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye.